All right, broski, you know what time it is? It's natural hypertrophy time. It's time for a new video on natural, our favorite influencer, YouTuber, natural hypertrophy. Yes, YouTube. We're back, YouTube. The most important methods for muscle growth, hypertrophy tier list. Of course, he has to use a fake bodybuilder here. Mike Menser, the fakest of all bodybuilders with crazy ideas. Yeah, his ideas work better than the other drug addict bodybuilders, right? That took steroids. He looks better than Arnold. Arnold did the same shit, but Arnold's routine is not as good as Menser's because Menser's is the perfect routine to get that look, the same look, only a different route. How stupid is this? Which one should you follow? None of these assholes. What's this? Vital, important, useful, negligible, irrelevant. It's all garbage.
Hello YouTube, and welcome to this new tier list. So if you're familiar with the channel, you know that I ran a series where I covered every single exercise and I placed them from rank
So he's an exercise channel. He wants you to exercise. Exercise, bro. That's right. Exercise. Yeah, man.
S to rank D to let you guys
I don't want to exercise. I want to build muscle and get stronger.
know which one I thought were really good and which ones were not worth your time. And this series is almost completed. We only have calves and cardio left, but I have other ideas that I want to present to you guys first. So today is going to be a bit new.
Oh, man. You know when this guy has ideas, watch out, bro.
It's still a tier list, it's the same format, but instead of ranking these exercises for muscle groups that if you miss you can find in the description.
Exercises for muscle groups, eh? Arnold Schwarzenegger there. The fake bodybuilders. Great. Okay. Yeah. You don't look anything like that. Why don't you use your own pictures? Why do you have to use fake bodybuilders, artificial bodybuilders? Hey, bro? I thought you were natural hypertrophy.
We are going to focus on programming principles and lifting techniques.
Shit doesn't really matter. He's unnatural anyways, man. Inflammatory response, sarcoplasmic muscles. Not building any muscle, man, this guy. Just wasting your time. All these minions on his channel are wasting his time. Look, man, I'm not laughing with you people on here. I'm laughing at you. You understand me? That's not how muscle is built. But if you think an exercise, inflammation, and all this builds a muscle, glycogen builds muscle, carbohydrates and all that, they don't build muscles. You're wasting your time.
All of the things that you might want to implement in your program, in your day-to-day
If anything, you're destroying your health and accelerating aging. Yeah.
journey towards getting bigger, but you're not quite certain if it's going to be worth.
See, your journey towards getting bigger. Success is a very small window. You don't stay there forever trying to get muscle or get bigger. You do it in a very short run. It cannot be done. It cannot be done if you're trying to get mass on the myofibrillar. It cannot be done today yes, tomorrow no, today yes, tomorrow no, tomorrow no, today yes, yes, tomorrow no. It can't be like that. It doesn't work like that, man.
Your time. So that's exactly what I'm going to be telling you today. But because
And no rap, exercise, or lifting a heavy weight builds muscles. Breatharian diets do not build bodies. I'm sorry, man.
this topic is so broad, we need a scope. So this is what we're going to be doing today. I will not be covering things that are obvious. So for example, volume and intensity are of course going to be S tier. Anyone who tells you otherwise is just being a contrarian. It's not worth our time to discuss it. Things like discipline as well. We know that discipline is important. Things like isolation or compounds, yes, of course you should be doing both. They're both excellent. Just like eccentric and concentric. When you lift, you do both because both are important. I don't want to insult your intelligence with this tier list. It
Yes, they're both important. Eccentric, concentric. This is going to build the muscle. Yes.
would be a waste of time. I also will not be covering things that cannot be judged objectively because they depend too much on the individual. So for example, lifting equipment. Is a belt B tier, C tier? Who knows? It's case by case. If you like a belt, you are going to say it's S tier, and if you don't, you're going to say it's useless. Time of day is another one. When should you lift? Well, I don't know. Whenever you like, whenever you can. There's nothing to judge here. The type of split. Most splits will work if you're not a complete idiot. Machines versus free weight, you get the idea. If there is nothing interesting to discuss, I will not be covering these. So this leaves us in reality with lifting techniques as well as programming variables that we all use in our training. We're going to distinguish between the ones that matter and that will get you gains, and the ones that are useless and might even cost you gains. So they are a complete waste of time. And to be clear, I'm not going to tell you, oh, this is good or this is bad, because these are judgment of value, it's purely subjective. Instead, I'm going to try and see if they're relevant. If I am to turn someone into a muscle monster, which principles would I insist on and which...
Wow, he's gonna turn you into a muscle monster, bro. This is incredible. Which ones are he going to use to get you into a muscle monster? This is just fucking... This has got to be a joke, man. Are you serious?
Principles would I dodge? So you of course won't be very surprised by the ones that will make it to S tier. Where it will become very interesting, however, is the ones that won't. The ones that I'll be placing in the C tier, the D tier, might surprise you because these are techniques that you might enjoy. Some people might tell you are excellent or even essential, and I disagree. So this video is going to be controversial, but that's the point. Discuss it in the comments as much as you like. I would...
You see, when you talk fake stuff, people love to hear fake things because they can't make it because they're poor. They can't build their body. So they're looking for every escape and avenue. I told you before, if there was a supplement out there that could build a muscle, it'll fly off the shelf right away. The moment these things come out, creatine, this, that, they fly off the shelf. Everybody's buying them. Then they discovered they haven't built anything but water. It was fake muscles and they got scammed. Yeah. You got scammed. You're getting scammed by the fitness industry. You're getting scammed by the supplement industry, the steroid industry, everybody. Because you think these things are going to build muscle, and then you stop taking them, and then you're like, hey, where did it all go? And then you look even worse than when you started. People ask, do you even lift? And you're like, what do you mean, do I even lift? Of course I lift. See what I mean? You're wasting your time and your money and everything when you could have just done it real once and not have to deal with it again.
Love to hear your reasoning if you disagree with me at some point. That is the reason why I love making videos. Now, every single time I will try to explain.
He loves making videos because he has nothing better to do. That's why he loves making these stupid videos. That's all. And because nobody sees him. He wants to be somebody on the internet. Me, I don't care. I don't want to show myself. I don't really care about the internet, bro. This was a fun channel, and I put travel videos before my channel got taken down. I put a bunch of videos up there, funny stuff. I didn't really care.
My reasoning, I won't just say this is bad and fuck it, but because there are 55 entries in this tier list, most things that you guys requested on the community post, I'll have to keep it brief. So I will not be able to have a 10-minute entry per concept, but I will do my best to explain what each of them represents. If you want more
holy shit, he took like 4 minutes just to, and he's like still gabbing about what this shit is. This is to lead you on an hour video, crap.
Complex and complete explanations, you can either check out the Hypertrophy series playlist, where I've covered all of the concepts that I think are important, or the Hypertrophy cheating, such as partial reps. I think that to me, this belongs in the negligible tier, the C tier.
Cheating reps, that builds some muscle, okay.
Because if most of your training is centered around this, I don't think you're thinking about training right. This should be the cherry on top. It should be what...
So methods is what builds muscle. These methods that he has, they build a muscle. I got it now, okay.
Ends the set, and most of the time you really do not want to be using that technique for every single set. It should be one set per muscle per day, because doing it too much is going to help you accumulate stimulus, sure, but also a shit ton of...
Yes, one muscle per day. This has actually took 10 minutes even to get here.
Fatigue, and not the best type of fatigue in my opinion. Now, there's of course a lot of value in failure and training very close to it, but
of course there's value in failure, yes, training pretty close, yes.
You must not overdo it. That being
see, if you don't have money, you need to train and go to a gym and train yourself to death and eat a slave diet so you could destroy your health and accelerate aging. This is great, wonderful.
Said, it doesn't mean that failure is bad or irrelevant. I'm going to place the concept of failure in the A tier. It is important. People who never train to failure or close to failure do not see much progress. So failure is not a goal in itself. It is a baseline. It's something that you
It's not a failure is not a goal in itself. What are you talking about? A baseline? Why the hell is he made that up, man?
refer to know how hard you're training and how much you're pushing yourself in the gym. You don't have to push yourself all.
Okay, any more baloney here?
You are going to slap on additional reps. Extremely close to failure, and hard sets, in my opinion, are
so training to failure. Okay, yeah, interesting. Yes, hard sets, reps, whatever.
vital. If your
So that builds a muscle. Oh, got it.
program does not include hard sets, you're just spinning your wheels. You're not going to go anywhere. And then we have something that some people are going to disagree with because they think it aligns with what I just said, and that is strength standards. To me,
Strength standards builds a muscle. Got it.
standards are C tier. It's training. I really do not like this principle at all, which is why I'm placing it in the D tier. To me, it is irrelevant. And also a type of progression, a type of scheme, loading scheme in RAW, it's not really a
Oh, drop sets, and I think this is like a power lift over here.
progression scheme that is straight up damaging because it's going to
Oh, the pyramid scheme's quite damaging. It's no good. It's worthless. Yes.
make you avoid what I was talking about previously, which is hard sets. Because times and times again,
Yes, hard sets build a muscle. Yes, I understand now.
you're going to pyramid up, then you'll hit your one hard set, and then you'll just pyramid down. So you'll get your warm-ups, you get
So you'll pyramid up, and then you'll pyramid down, and that will build the magic muscle. That will build you the magic inflammatory muscles. And if you do drop sets, you'll get more inflammation. And if you want more, well, then you have to go to failure. And then there's a power lift, and then there's hard sets, and all these things will get you even more inflammatory hypertrophy muscles by hypertrophying them through inflammatory response. That's wonderful. I really enjoy this lesson.
your top set, and then you just, for some reason, lower the weight. And usually it's to get more reps. But to that, I would say, why don't you
Oh, lower the weight to get more reps in there to get more inflammation in the muscle.
just select a weight that is relevant so that you can hit the 3 hard sets or 4 hard sets or 2 hard sets within the same rep range. I really think that this is the territory of practices that deregulate your training.
How do you damage muscles? When do they damage? I know you're lifting all these weights coming in chronically lifting. That's kind of like breaking down proteins, right? You're getting a protein turnover and then you're getting inflammatory response. Okay, but when are you really building muscles?
Because there's really no reason to do that. The only reason, in my opinion, one should do reverse pyramid training is if, let's say, you want to do 3 sets at 200 pounds and you realize at set 2 that a third set will not happen. You could just stop there because you already challenged.
See? I tell you, this whole channel is natural hypertrophy, naturally inflaming your muscles to hypertrophy through lifting these weights by doing different sets, reps, pyramid schemes, and drop sets, and all these things are going to magically build that muscle when only one thing there's only one ingredient that you need to actually build muscle. One ingredient, and it's called money. And if you don't have money, you really can't build your body. So you have to do it the cheap way with fake supplements and things and everything, and these drop sets and pyramiding and all that. Yeah. So you're either putting glycogen in the muscle, trying to get it to blow up like a balloon, or they call that, I forgot, there was a channel, I once made some funny videos about him. He called it balloon muscle or balloon training or some bullshit. He made it up. Yeah, it was true. That's true what he was saying though. And then there's inflammatory response muscles, inflaming muscles to get bigger, walking around chronically inflaming them, doing these drop sets. So one day you could do a drop set, the other day hard set, the next day pyramiding. So you could kind of change it up and see, how the inflammatory response responds. I'm going to go, man. I don't know what else to say there.
The muscle enough, it's not able to continuously produce force. But let's say you really want that third set, then you're going to lower the weight. But see, this is a response caused by failure. It should never be.
Yes, it's caused by failure, and you're failing. I'll see you in the next one, my friend. Everybody loves to fake it to make it, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. I'll see you in the next one. Tell us what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. Natural hypertrophy. These are the methods, bro. These are hypertrophy tier list. His tier list, yes. Methods to muscle growth. Yeah. See you later, man.